Hi there. Well, I'm Michelle, Principal of Regents Theological College, and I'm with Lydia, who's one of our second year students. She's studying the BA in Applied Theology and doing our leadership track. So this year, Lydia, part of your second year studies is doing a placement, and you've chosen hospital chaplaincy. So tell me a little bit, and our listeners, about why you chose hospital chaplaincy.
Well, before coming here, I only had a brief introduction to chaplaincy itself, which was through my own pastor up north. But because I've been a part of church leadership before, and I've been to meetings, and I've done sort of things with young adults and different things like that, I thought my placement, I don't want to do it in a church setting because I've already grown up in that, and I've already had experience of the leadership side of churches, and I wanted something different. And when I described it to my pastor of what I was thinking about doing, I just thought, I want to go around and I want to chat to people and I want to listen to what they have to say. And if it ends up being a conversation about God, then great. But if not, I just want to make people feel like they've got someone they can listen to and like chat with, and someone I can listen to. And he went, that's chaplaincy.
Excellent.
So I thought, okay. And I considered prison chaplaincy. But then, based on all my experience, and I did some student nursing in the past, and I've worked in a hospice over COVID, and I've been in hospital throughout my childhood as well for multiple occasions. And I just thought all of that experience makes more sense to do it in a hospital setting.
Absolutely.
So I met up with the people on a random whim, and I thought, I'm just going to ask them if I can have a placement, and then I've got one now.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So that's great, isn't it? I've been a hospital chaplain myself, and it's a hugely rewarding ministry. In fact, I had to lay it down to do some other ministry for the Lord, but I hope one day that I get to go back and do some more, even in a voluntary capacity. So you've been in your placement, and actually you've been doing some reflective work on that placement as well. So what have you noticed about the value of chaplaincy to people who are in hospital, or their families who are visiting, or even the staff? What's the value of Christian hospital chaplaincy?
Well, for the first chunk of my placement, it was shadowing. But even by shadowing, I could still see the impact it was having on people and individuals. And I think the amount of people in wards that are, you're stuck there all day, you're bored out your mind. Some people don't get visitors.
That's right, yeah.
And some people have been in hospital for months and weeks rather than just a few days. So already I could see the value in just observing other people and joining in with those conversations of, we're actually just being friendly people and giving people someone to talk to when they're mindlessly bored on the ward setting. And even with staff as well, of if they've been really busy and they seem quite stressed, even just that 5-minute reset of feeling human again almost, rather than this robot just running around after everyone else. But I found, especially when I started doing solo visits, which was definitely a big change compared to doing it enjoying. It takes way more out of you to do a solo visit. But I found myself the amount of people that are so open and surprised about chaplains, one, existing, because some people just don't understand who we are or what we do. And when I explain to them, we just go around and chat to people, and if they want to chat, we can chat, and if they want prayer, we can pray with them, or even if they want to play a game, we'll get some game from somewhere and we'll play something. And people are encouraged, and it just sort of lifts their day. So even people being surprised that we exist, that's a great thing to actually spread the word that we are here, we want to help. But the amount of conversations I've had where within 1 to 2 minutes flat, these people are opening up and telling me their whole life story with no prompting. I will just ask them a question of, how's it been? How's it going? How long have you been here? Have you been stuck? Any visitors? And I'll just get the whole life story of everything that's happened, sad things that might have happened to them. And these people sort of share this open vulnerability, which is really surprising, even though I'm only there on a volunteer's capacity and I don't have any letters before my name. I'm not a reverend of any kind, but just that presence makes people feel safe to, someone's actually going to listen to me. Yeah. So I really want to talk about these things. And for some people, especially when they're thinking about end of life and their diagnosis and what's going to happen to them or their family or even their dog, these are all things where they suddenly think, oh, I actually need to talk to someone about this, and I don't know who else. And then you
Yeah.
sort of just appear, and then they
Yeah.
just talk to you about everything and anything.
Yeah.
And it's great.
It's an incredible privilege, isn't it,
Yeah.
to be in that position and have people share. And I think sometimes, one of the things that chaplains do is they provide that listening ear, but also they are that person that you can ask those questions that perhaps you don't want to discuss with your family or your friends at that point. And those questions about what is it like to die, or now often chaplains have been with people in those moments and can give some reassurance. So it's interesting, isn't it, that sort of that how people will talk to someone who's a stranger and impartial and just there,
Yeah. Yeah.
So well done for doing that. So are you going to carry on with the voluntary chaplaincy beyond your placement?
Yes, actually. So I've just become an official volunteer
Brilliant.
for the hospital. So I'm going to carry on. I won't be able to do it much in the summer because I'll be really busy. But come term time, I'm just going to slot it in again as if it was my placement.
Yeah.
But just because I want to experience it more without the placement overhanging of going, oh, I
Yes.
need to do this for this and this and this.
Yes, yeah.
But although they were all good things and it pushed me to do certain things, but I want to experience it for just the experience itself
Yeah.
of what I can give back. So
Brilliant. Well, we can't outgive God, so He's going to bless you as you serve in that way. And it's great to think about a Regent student, staying the course, not just doing the placement, but actually going beyond that and blessing the community whilst you're here studying at Regents. So well done.
Thank you.